Sire, I hope I'm not disturbing you, but I have... Oh, good. You're finally sleeping. Sareen must have been here. With the state of your health, her spells are probably the only thing that could help you rest right now. I envy her. It must be nice to wave your hand or speak a few words and bring peace. If only for a little while. It's probably better that you're not awake for this. If this salve I made doesn't work, I don't want to destroy your hopes. Besides, I always have trouble treating you when you're awake. The way you always look at me. I'm sorry. Now's not the time. Let's see if this works. Alright, now all I need to do is wait. If I'm right, the herb should bring down your fever, bring a little color back to your skin. It's strange. I know you can't hear me, that you're not even aware, and yet I still can't bring myself to look at you. I never can. Something about your eyes, they always seem to hold me, like a snare. Whenever I meet them, I find myself so frightened, so uncertain. And at the same time, there's this warmth in my chest, this sense of being home, of being where I belong. I remember feeling the same way the first time we met. When the plague struck my village, everyone abandoned us. The nobles avoided us. The soldiers that kept us safe wouldn't come near or send for help. I did my best to treat the sick, to find some way to cure them. But there were so many. I lost count of the graves I stood by. How many people I had known since childhood that died as I sat by their bedsides. Helpless to even ease their pain. I wondered what we could have done to deserve such a fate. To be shunned, forgotten by the whole world. I had almost given up hope when you and your knights arrived. I was certain that you would order the village burned, the survivors slaughtered to keep the disease from spreading. Surely a king would care nothing for the fate of simple farmers. But as I looked up at you, I saw no fear, no revulsion. There was only concern and pity. There were tears in your eyes. We weren't just tools to you, to be used and discarded. You truly cared for us. You got down from your horse, and you took my hand in yours, and you asked for my forgiveness. The nobles had told you nothing of what was happening to us. Perhaps they feared your judgment, Or they hoped the problem would simply vanish when we were all dead. It truly angered you to hear all the terrible things that had been done. It was all I could do to convince you not to execute everyone who tried to conceal the truth from you. High station, you said, was not a privilege, but a responsibility to the people under your care. There and then, you swore to me, to all of us, that you would make things right, that neither you nor your men would leave until a cure was found and our home restored. I had no reason to believe you, but there was something in your voice, something honest. With only a few words, you reached inside of me and gave me hope again. It was weeks before we found a cure. But you never let me give up. You put every resource at my disposal. Food to keep those not afflicted nourished. Books on herbs and medicines that I had never even heard of. You even ordered your knights to help harvest the crops and to scour the countryside for any ingredients I might need. Through it all, you never left my side. Never turned a blind eye to the death and heartache you saw. You would often sit with the dying and offer promises to them that their children would be safe, that their husbands and wives would be well cared for. I saw so many meet their end with a smile of relief, thanks to you. As each fell silent, I could hear the sorrow in your voice as you offered prayers for them. You took their pain as your own. I had never met a man with such a kind heart. With nothing but your deeds, you proved yourself a king, more worthy than anyone who would come before you. A king worthy of my loyalty, of my devotion, of my... Even when we succeeded, your only thought was still of others. Of me. We had spent the entire night administering the cure. I was so tired, I collapsed. The last thing I remember was you catching me as I fell. Of you lifting me into your arms. I know it's silly, but in that moment, before everything went black, I found myself wishing that you would never let go. That you would hold me to you forever. When I woke up, yours was the first face I saw. You looked so haggard, so worn down. I could tell by the circles under your eyes that you had never left me as I slept. That you had watched over me the entire time. I have spent my life caring for others. But that was the first time that anyone had cared for me. It was the happiest moment of my life. But also the most terrible. That was when I realized the truth. Were you an ordinary man, I would have flung my arms around you, kissed you, begged you to make me yours and yours alone. But I'm not a fit wife. Not for a king. For all you have done, for all the hope and joy you have brought your people. You deserve someone better. Someone worthy of you in a way that I could never be. It was enough that you agreed to take me with you, to make me your court healer. I could not be with you, but I could care for you in my own way, bring you happiness. With your help, I have made sickness and infirmity all but a memory here. Everywhere I go, people thank me for the loved ones I have cured, for the medicines that keep them healthy. But none of their praise makes me as happy as knowing that every life I save makes you smile, makes you proud of me. I'm such a fool. I've rambled so much, I've forgotten to see if my medicine works. Nothing. What am I doing wrong? What is it that I'm not seeing? I know I have no right to ask this of you. But please, sire, don't give up. Give me time. I will make you better. I swear it by all the gods. Hold on just a little longer. For your kingdom. For your people. For me.